Hey guys, next up in the workshop, we are going to paint little tiny cubes of fun. Hey there, Slingers, how's it going today? Today we are going to take a look at the miniatures that come in Quad Heroes. I don't know if you can quite see the, in one side you see Quad and the other side you see Heroes. But it's Quad Heroes, and they're cute little cubed guys. So, let's just get to it. Let's see how easy these guys are to paint up and see how quick they are to paint up. I really don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with this, with the first guy. This fella right here is Rock Gemstalker. That's right. And in the back, you can kind of see that he's got gems and a treasure chest and whatever else. So, it'll be interesting. And now we're going to try and paint them up how they have them, kind of like, there he is on the front, right here on the shirt. So we're going to try and paint them up to look somewhat like that. And I think the first place that we're actually going to start is with my medium dry brush, and we are going to take some Eshin Gray and we are just going to have some fun. These guys are cute. I mean, it's a single piece miniature, well, as in there's nothing for you to put together, but then again, I mean, come on. It's a cube. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do a heavy dry brush. Just get some color on this guy. You know what? We can almost go with the solid paint of Eshin Gray. Just kind of get it all over. Of course, then we'll go back in and we'll pick out parts. Add in parts. Build up dry brushes. Build up base colors. All that good stuff. Every now and then, little fun things like this that come across my desk are kind of neat. They shouldn't be too difficult to paint up. A little messy maybe, because, there's no way for me to put them on a handle. But that's the mini painting life, Sometimes it's good. And you get, you know, bases and stuff, and you can put the miniatures on the base. Sometimes you can't. That's alright. We're going to start with this guy here anyway. Because I think he looks fun. All right. So like I said, this guy, this little fella, comes from a game called quodd-heroes, and it's produced by Wonderment Games. I haven't had a chance to try and play it, but that's alright. I mean, I have such a backlog of games to try and play. Eventually, I'll get to this guy. And he is so out of the picture that you couldn't even see what was going on. Bam. Hope that's a little bit better. There he is. Sorry that I did most of the base coating where you guys couldn't see him. Okay, now he's all base coated. And I did that with the dry brush. Now normally I'd be using a different kind of brush. I'd be using an actual base brush. But you know what? The dry brush actually worked, and it worked actually quite well. Really surprised. I'm just going to dry that off there. However, he's got kind of a brownie tinge to him, and right now he's really gray. So what I'm going to do is take my wash brush, go to my, my old happy standby, Agrax Earthshade. Yeah, the camera doesn't want to let you see it, but that's okay. We all know what it is. It'll give you the nice brown tones. And I'm going to do is I'm going to give them an all-over wash of Agrax Earthshade. Kind of get that brown in there. Also, it'll fill in the, it'll fill in the cracks that are on the body, because I mean, he is rock after all. Move it around, make sure that's getting in all the cracks and surfaces and stuff. It'll also darken back up the cavern in the back there. Boom. And we're not thinning this down, we're just throwing it on there as it is. It'll do its job. It knows what to do. It was born to do stuff like this. Kind of like how this is turning out. It's nice, it's quick. I think it'll look pretty good. Now, of course, we're going to have to leave him to dry. And through the wonder of the internet, that'll just be, you know, like a second or two. In real life, not so much. Okay. Alright, he's all inked down, well, shaded down. And now we are going to leave him be for a little bit to let dry. And then we will come back to him. So, well, it's only going to be a few seconds for you guys. Boom, like that. I'm probably going to go watch an episode of something or whatever while I let this guy dry up. So, in the meantime, we'll see you in a couple seconds. Hey guys, welcome back. It's only been a few seconds. And look at that. He is all ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of that same base coat, the Eshin Gray. There it is. Look at you, camera. Focusing in all good and nah. And let's go back to the dry brush that I had. Here we go. Medium dry brush. Grab some paint. As dry brushes go, most of you should know. If you don't, a dry brush is basically putting a bunch of paint on and then wiping it all off so that there's very little paint left on the brush. Now what it's going to do is it's going to hit the highlights. It's going to hit the high points. But we want a little bit heavier of a dry brush than that, because we want some of the base color, more of the base color to come back. So I'm going to give it a bit heavier dry brush, and that's okay. He's looking pretty good, actually. This fella's going to be nice and easy and quick to paint up. All right. Kind of going at different angles. Give it that bit of a heavier dry brush. It just helps pick out the details a little bit. Now we do have a few spots that has, you know, a little bit of the wash still drying. That's okay. There we go. So the first part of it is done. Now I have to go paint hunting to try and find our next color. Which actually I think will be Mechanicus Standard Gray, because I kind of want to keep it in the grayish brown tones. Now this will be a mostly gray. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Put some on there. Now this one's going to be a little bit lighter of a dry brush. But again, we're going to kind of hit multiple angles. Try and, you know, there we go. Now he's looking like a rock. He still has that brown undertone, which is nice. Now we're going to go to a color called Dawnstone. Dawnstone. Let's see. Dawnstone. I don't know. Sometimes you say the name of it and it kind of focuses in. There you go. Dawnstone. Dawnstone kind of has that same brown undertone. It's a gray, but it still has that undertone. And we're going to keep it a little bit lighter. And kind of liking how it's turning out so far. Of course, we kind of still want to keep it nice and easy, nice and light. We don't want to catch. We don't want to put too much in places that we don't want it. And if you make a mistake, you just go back to the color before and you tidy it up. Go. And then just for, you know, just for funsies, oh no, not that color. Not that color either. Dang. There it is. Karak Stone. Karak. And that's going to be the lightest, barely even touch it sort of color. Still kind of got a brown tone to it. Just to help give it that extra oomph. And this one we're only going to do from one angle, mostly from the downward angle, except on the feet. Feet are going to be a little different. All right. And basically, just like that, we have the basis for our rock guy. He is Rock Gemstalker is his name. And for the most part, there he is. Now we get to start working into some of the other really cool parts, like the gems that are here, maybe the eyes. He's got some really dark, he's got like all of the gems and marbles, or gems and not marbles, but he's got gems and like a treasure chest on the backside inside that cavern that we're going to have to look at. So, well, and he's also got a pickaxe. So we're going to do that first. We're going to hammer out the pickaxe. Pickaxe is super easy, and that'll pretty much take us to the end of today. So the pickaxe is wood, so that's going to be nice and easy. Interesting. I just need to look for the right brown. Right brown. Where'd you go, brown? Where do you think it went? I don't know where it went. Here we go. Dryad bark. Let's see if the camera, Dryad bark. There we go. Dryad bark. Anyway. And now we're going to go into more, it's standard style of paint. We're pretty much done with the dry brush now. And so I can see what I'm doing. Got a little round part on the top. There we go. And half is painted. Bam! These guys are nice and quick. I like that. All right. It's got a yellow gem on his face, so we're gonna kind of start that out using Averland Sunset, which is a nice base yellow, and we will work it up from there. see. All right. Well, we're almost at that time, boys and girls. But when we come back, I'll probably have the gems at least base coated for us to go, and then we can work up some colors. From there, I might have the Q on the top of his head done, or at least partially worked up. And we'll just kind of continue from there. So, in the meantime, I still want everybody to stay safe, stay good. Make sure that you're following all of your health regulations that you need to, and make sure that you paint safe, all right? So we'll see you next time in the workshop.